There are television shows that make us laugh. There are television shows that make us cry. And then there are those rare sitcoms that become part of an entire generation's childhood. For millions of viewers growing up during the 1990s, Sister wasn't just another family comedy. It was the show you rushed home from school to watch. It was the series that reminded us family isn't defined by how it begins, but by the love that keeps it together. With unforgettable characters, hilarious misunderstandings, heartfelt life lessons, and the incredible chemistry of real-life twin sisters Tia and Tamera Mowry, the sitcom became one of the defining family series of its era. Week after week, audiences laughed as the twins navigated school, friendships, first crushes, and the hilarious chaos created by their very different fathers. But more than 30 years after its unforgettable premiere, many fans are asking the same questions. What happened to the cast of Sister? Where are Tia Mowry and Tamera Mowry today? What became of Jackée, Harry, Tim, Reid, Marques Houston, and the rest of the unforgettable cast? Could the family ever reunite for another season or a revival? And how did a sitcom that almost disappeared after just one season become one of the greatest family comedies of the 1990s? This is Continent Informer for documentaries, celebrities profiles, celebrities news and scandals, political updates and worldwide content across the globe. Today, on Continent Informer, we're revisiting the incredible story behind Sister, uncovering fascinating behind-the-scenes secrets, exploring how the show nearly ended before becoming a classic, and discovering where its beloved cast members are in 2026. This is the story behind one of television's most unforgettable families. The story of Sister began long before cameras rolled in Hollywood. During the early 1990s, television executives were searching for fresh family sitcoms that reflected a wider variety of American experiences. Successful shows like The Cosby Show, Family Matters, Full House, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had demonstrated that family-centered comedies could attract enormous audiences. Producers wanted another sitcom with universal appeal, but they also wanted something audiences had never seen before. At the same time, two talented teenage sisters were beginning to attract attention in Hollywood. Their names were Tia Mowry and Tamera Mowry. Although they had appeared in commercials and smaller television roles, neither had yet landed the breakout project that would define their careers. That opportunity arrived almost by chance. According to interviews over the years, the twins attended industry events where television producers quickly noticed something audiences would later fall in love with: their natural chemistry. Unlike actors pretending to be siblings, Tia and Tamera already possessed a lifetime of shared experiences. They could finish each other's sentences. They challenged one another effortlessly. Their conversations felt genuine. Their playful arguments didn't need to be scripted. Producers realized this authenticity could become the foundation of an entirely new sitcom. Soon, development began on a series built specifically around the twins. Rather than casting unrelated actresses to portray sisters, the producers decided the real-life bond between Tia and Tamera would become the heart of the show. It was one of the smartest creative decisions the production ever made. Although Sister tells the fictional story of twins separated at birth, the series drew inspiration from one undeniable truth. Real twins share a unique connection. Tia and Tamera were born in Germany on July 6, 1978, while their father served in the U.S. Army. They spent their early years in a disciplined military family before eventually moving to California as their parents supported the girls' acting ambitions. Unlike their television characters, they were never separated. In reality, they grew up together, sharing classrooms, auditions, dreams, and countless experiences that shaped their remarkable chemistry. Writers quickly recognized that many of the twins' natural interactions worked perfectly on screen. Tia often displayed a thoughtful, academically focused personality. Tamera projected an outgoing, energetic, and adventurous spirit. While the television versions of the sisters were fictional, those contrasting personalities helped inspire many of the show's funniest moments. The producers then imagined an irresistible premise. What if identical twin sisters, unknowingly adopted by different families, accidentally met years later while shopping at a mall? One would have been raised by a successful fashion designer. The other by a strict but loving father. Their unexpected reunion would force two completely different families to live under one roof. It was a simple concept, but one filled with endless comedic possibilities. Audiences immediately embraced it. The twins' relationship felt believable because it was. Many emotional moments required very little acting. Their affection, timing, and playful teasing reflected years of growing up together. That authenticity became one of the show's greatest strengths. Sister premiered on ABC in April 1994 as part of the network's family comedy lineup. Critics responded positively. Audiences enjoyed the chemistry between the young stars. The cast quickly developed a loyal following. Yet despite its popularity with many viewers, ABC decided not to renew the series after its first season. For most television productions, that decision would have marked the end. Fortunately, another network saw tremendous potential. The newly launched The WB was searching for recognizable family programming capable of attracting younger audiences. Executives believed Sister deserved another chance. Acquiring the sitcom became one of the smartest programming decisions in the network's history. Beginning with its second season, Sister found a new home on the WB. The move changed everything. Freed from the uncertainty surrounding its first season, writers expanded the characters, introduced new storylines, and developed stronger relationships among the cast. Viewership steadily increased. The series reached larger audiences. The Mowry twins became household names. By the late 1990s, Sister had become one of the WB's signature sitcoms, helping establish the network as a destination for teen and family programming. The series ultimately ran for 6 seasons, concluding in 1999 after producing more than 100 episodes. Without the WB's decision to rescue it, one of television's most beloved family comedies might have ended after only a single season. One reason Sister continues to feel authentic decades later is the atmosphere behind the cameras. Cast members have frequently spoken about the production's family-like environment. Because Tia and Tamera were real sisters, rehearsals often included spontaneous moments that found their way into the finished episodes. Directors occasionally allowed the twins to improvise dialogue when natural reactions felt funnier than scripted lines. Many of the sisters' playful facial expressions and quick exchanges reflected their real relationship rather than carefully rehearsed performances. Jackée, who portrayed the glamorous and outspoken Lisa Landry, also became a mentor to the younger actors. Known for her exceptional comedic timing, Harry frequently encouraged the cast while helping elevate scenes with her improvisational instincts. Reid brought a calm, grounded presence to the production as Ray Campbell, balancing Jackée's larger-than-life energy with subtle humor and heartfelt sincerity. Together, their contrasting styles created one of the most memorable television parenting duos of the decade. The production also paid close attention to making the twins visually distinct. Although identical, Tia and Tamera often wore different hairstyles, clothing colors, and accessories that reflected their characters' personalities, making it easier for audiences to tell them apart while reinforcing their individual identities. Filming a sitcom starring identical twins presented unique challenges. Camera crews had to carefully stage scenes involving doubles, over-the-shoulder shots, and split-screen effects whenever both sisters appeared interacting closely in the same frame. By the standards of the mid-1990s, these visual effects required meticulous planning and precise editing. The result appeared seamless to audiences. Another memorable aspect of production involved Marques Houston. As Roger Evans, he evolved from the neighborhood boy constantly teased by the twins into one of the show's most popular recurring characters. His famous greeting, "Home again," became one of the series' most recognizable catchphrases. The writers gradually expanded Roger's role as both the character and the actor matured, allowing viewers to watch him grow alongside the rest of the cast. The show also welcomed numerous guest stars, many of whom later enjoyed successful careers in film and television. Looking back today, Sister served as an early platform for several performers who would become familiar faces across Hollywood. Few sitcoms managed to remain relevant decades after their original broadcast. Sister accomplished exactly that. Part of its enduring appeal came from its balance of comedy and heart. Every episode featured humor rooted in relatable situations: school challenges, sibling rivalry, dating, friendships, embarrassing parents, and the awkward transition from childhood into adulthood. Yet beneath the laughter, the series consistently emphasized family, honesty, forgiveness, responsibility, and unconditional love. Unlike many sitcoms built around conflict alone, Sister reminded audiences that families could disagree without losing their affection for one another. The show's representation also mattered. It portrayed successful, loving black families without relying on stereotypes, offering stories that resonated with a broad audience while contributing to a growing wave of inclusive family programming during the 1990s. For countless viewers, Tia and Tamera became role models. Their characters valued education, respected their families, pursued ambitious goals, and demonstrated that kindness and determination could coexist with humor and fun. The series also benefited from exceptional casting. Jackée, Harry, and Tim Reid delivered performances that elevated every episode. Marques Houston evolved into one of sitcom television's most beloved supporting characters. Strong writing ensured each family member possessed distinct personalities and memorable storylines. Finally, there was the chemistry. It cannot be manufactured. It cannot be taught. Because Tia and Tamera truly were sisters, audiences believed every argument, every joke, every heartfelt conversation, and every emotional reunion. That authenticity became the soul of the show. More than 30 years after its debut, Sister continues to find new audiences through reruns and streaming, proving that stories built on family, laughter, and genuine human connection rarely go out of style. More than 3 decades have passed since Sister first introduced audiences to the reunited twins Tia Landry and Tamera Campbell. While the series concluded in 1999, its cast members followed remarkably different paths. Some remained major television stars, some expanded into producing, directing, business, and hosting, while others chose quieter lives away from Hollywood. Let's discover where the unforgettable cast members are in 2026. Tia Landry. Few former Nickelodeon and family sitcom stars have built a career as successfully as Tia Mowry. Following Sister, Tia continued acting while steadily expanding into producing, writing, and entrepreneurship. She reunited with Tamera for the hit reality series Tia and Tamera, giving fans an inside look at their lives as adults. She later starred in successful television series including The Game, Instant Mom, Family Reunion, and numerous holiday films and romantic comedies. Alongside acting, Tia authored best-selling lifestyle and cookbook titles, launched business ventures, and became a respected voice in wellness, parenting, and self-care. Her personal life also attracted public attention. After her marriage to actor Corey Hardrict ended, Tia openly discussed embracing a new chapter focused on family, personal growth, and new opportunities. Many fans praised her honesty about life's changes and her commitment to co-parenting. By 2026, Tia continues balancing acting, producing, entrepreneurship, and digital content creation while remaining one of the most recognizable actresses to emerge from 1990s family television. Tamera Mowry Tamera Campbell. While Tia focused heavily on scripted television, Tamera Mowry successfully built a diverse entertainment career. After appearing in films and television projects, she became one of the co-hosts of the Emmy Award-winning daytime talk show The Real, where audiences appreciated her warmth, humor, and openness. Outside television, Tamera and her husband, journalist Adam Housley, have been involved in business ventures including their California winery and family-focused projects. She has also appeared in holiday movies, lifestyle programming, and various television specials. Throughout the years, she has remained close with her sister despite living separate professional lives. Their bond continues to be one of Hollywood's most admired sibling relationships. As of 2026, Tamera remains active in entertainment, business, and philanthropy while continuing to make guest television appearances and connect with fans through social media and lifestyle projects. Jackée Harry Lisa Landry. If there was one performer capable of stealing nearly every scene, it was Jackée Harry. Already an Emmy award-winning actress before Sister, Jackée transformed Lisa Landry into one of television's funniest mothers. Following the sitcom, she remained a familiar face across American television. She appeared in Everybody Hates Chris, The First Family, Girl Meets World, The Pains, and in 2021 joined the long-running soap opera Days of Our Lives. Jackée also became a frequent guest on game shows, reality competitions, award ceremonies, and reunion specials, where her quick wit continued entertaining audiences. Even in her later career, she remains one of Hollywood's most respected comedic actresses and often reflects fondly on her years with the Sister family. Tim Reid Ray Campbell. Tim Reid brought calm, wisdom, and quiet humor to Ray Campbell. Long before Sister, Reid had already enjoyed a distinguished career through productions such as WKRP in Cincinnati, Frank's Place, and Simon & Simon. After Sister, he continued acting while also dedicating significant energy to directing, producing, and supporting independent filmmaking. He remained deeply involved in preserving Black cinema history through educational initiatives and production work. Although he gradually reduced his acting schedule over the years, Tim Reid continues to be widely respected for both his performances and his contributions behind the camera. Fans still regard Ray Campbell as one of television's greatest sitcom fathers. Marques Houston Roger Evans. Go home, Rogers. Few catchphrases became more famous during the 1990s. Ironically, Roger eventually became one of the coolest characters on the show. Marques Houston balanced acting with an enormously successful music career as a member of the R&B group Immature, later renamed Imps. Following Sister, he starred in films including You Got Served, Fat Albert, and numerous independent productions while continuing to release music. He later expanded into producing and directing through independent entertainment projects. Although aspects of his personal life have occasionally generated public discussion and controversy, Houston has continued working in music, film, and television. By 2026, he remains remembered by millions primarily as Roger, the neighborhood kid who eventually won over both the characters and the audience. RonReaco Lee Tyrek Scott. RonReaco Lee joined Sister during its later seasons as Tyrek Scott, Tia's boyfriend. His performance helped introduce more mature storylines as the twins transitioned toward adulthood. Following the sitcom, Lee quietly built one of the most consistent careers among the supporting cast. He appeared in numerous television series including The Shield, Survivor's Remorse, First Wives Club, and Truth Be Told, along with many guest appearances across network television. By 2026, he remains a respected working actor with a career spanning more than 4 decades. Alexis Fields Davian Johnson. Alexis Fields became another memorable addition during the show's later years. Already known from other television appearances, she portrayed Davian Johnson with confidence and humor. Following Sister, Fields continued appearing in sitcoms, dramas, and independent productions while maintaining a lower public profile than many of her co-stars. She has occasionally reunited with fellow cast members at conventions and nostalgia events celebrating classic 1990s television. Bianca Lawson Rhonda Coley. Although Bianca Lawson appeared in only a handful of episodes, many fans remember Rhonda Coley as one of the show's funniest recurring characters. Remarkably, Lawson became known throughout Hollywood for convincingly portraying teenagers across multiple decades. Her resume includes Saved by the Bell, The New Class, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Pretty Little Liars, Teen Wolf, Queen Sugar, and many other acclaimed productions. Her ability to remain believable in youthful roles became something of an industry legend. By 2026, Bianca Lawson continues enjoying one of the most respected dramatic careers among the show's recurring performers. Taj Mowry, cousin T.J. Henderson, and guest appearances. Although younger brother Taj Mowry was not part of the principal cast, his appearances delighted fans who enjoyed seeing the real-life Mowry siblings together. Taj later became a major star in his own right through Smart Guy, voicing Wade Lode in Kim Possible, and appearing in sitcoms including Baby Daddy. As an adult, he has continued acting while occasionally discussing his childhood growing up alongside Tia and Tamera. Many fans still hope to see all three Mowry siblings collaborate again in a future project. One of Sister's memorable guest stars was the incredibly talented Brittany Murphy. Long before becoming an acclaimed film actress, Murphy appeared on the sitcom during the early years of her career. She would later earn worldwide recognition through films including Clueless, Girl, Interrupted, 8 Mile, Uptown Girls, and as the voice of Llewellyn Platter on the animated series King of the Hill. Her extraordinary ability to balance comedy, drama, and heartfelt performances made her one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Tragically, Brittany Murphy passed away in December 2009 at the age of 32. Her death shocked the entertainment industry and devastated fans around the world. Although her life ended far too soon, her performances continue inspiring new generations of viewers, and her brief appearance on Sister remains a reminder of the remarkable talent she possessed from the very beginning. Other memorable guest stars and recurring cast. One reason Sister remains so enjoyable today is the remarkable number of future stars who appeared throughout its 6-season run. Among the memorable guest stars and recurring performers were RonReaco Lee, whose role expanded into one of the series' important later relationships. Bianca Lawson, whose confident portrayal of Rhonda became a fan favorite. Alexis Fields, who brought fresh energy to the later seasons. Dorian Wilson, Thelma Hopkins, David Burke, Kelly Shanagney Williams, and several familiar faces from 1990s television made memorable appearances throughout the show's run. Young performers who later built successful careers also appeared in guest roles, making Sister something of a showcase for emerging talent. Watching the series today is almost like opening a time capsule of 1990s television, with many recognizable actors making appearances before becoming stars elsewhere. Perhaps the most heartwarming aspect of the series is that many members of the cast have continued expressing affection for one another long after filming ended. Tia and Tamera have repeatedly spoken about the importance of the sitcom in shaping both their careers and their lifelong friendship. Jackée Harry has often described the cast as family and has enthusiastically participated in reunions and interviews celebrating the show's legacy. Tim Reid continues speaking proudly about the positive messages the series delivered. Although life has taken each performer in different directions, Sister remains one of the defining chapters of their careers. For millions of fans, they will always be remembered as the family that proved love, not biology, is what truly brings people together. More than 30 years have passed since Sister first premiered on ABC in April 1994. Television has changed. Networks have disappeared. Streaming has replaced much of traditional cable. Entire generations of child stars have come and gone. Yet somehow, one simple story about two identical twins who accidentally met in a shopping mall continues to find new audiences around the world. That isn't an accident. Very few sitcoms possess the timeless charm that allows parents to introduce them to their children decades after the original broadcast. Sister is one of those rare exceptions. As we conclude our documentary, let's revisit the moments that made millions laugh, the friendships that lasted beyond the cameras, the show's remarkable legacy, and the question fans have been asking for years. Will the Campbell and Landry families ever return? The funniest episodes and most unforgettable moments. Every great sitcom has episodes fans never forget. Sister delivered dozens of them. One of the show's greatest strengths was its ability to balance laugh-out-loud comedy with heartfelt family lessons. Among the most memorable moments were the twins' constant attempts to switch places. Although Tia and Tamera looked identical, their personalities couldn't have been more different. Whenever they pretended to be each other, disaster almost always followed. Teachers became suspicious. Friends noticed something strange. Parents sensed something wasn't right. The misunderstandings produced some of the funniest episodes in the series. Another unforgettable source of comedy came from Lisa Landry and Ray Campbell. Jackée Harry's energetic, spontaneous personality constantly collided with Tim Reid's calm and practical approach to parenting. Lisa embraced excitement. Ray preferred order. Watching them learn how to raise two teenage daughters together became one of the emotional foundations of the sitcom. Their growing relationship evolved naturally over 6 seasons, giving audiences countless touching and hilarious moments. And then, there was Roger. Marques Houston's character may have undergone one of television's funniest transformations. When Roger first appeared, Tia and Tamera could barely tolerate him. Nearly every conversation ended with one famous line. "Go home, Rogers." The phrase became one of the defining catchphrases of 1990s television. Ironically, as Roger matured, so did the characters' opinions of him. The awkward neighborhood boy gradually became confident, stylish, and surprisingly popular. By the later seasons, viewers found themselves rooting for him instead of laughing at him. The twins' school adventures also produced unforgettable episodes. Whether they were preparing for dances, competing academically, navigating first romances, or dealing with embarrassing teenage situations, the writers consistently grounded comedy in relatable experiences. Every generation could recognize something familiar. Sibling rivalry, peer pressure, first love, growing independence, the fear of making mistakes. Those universal experiences helped the comedy remain timeless. Holiday episodes became fan favorites as well. Family celebrations often reminded viewers that although Tia and Tamera had been separated at birth, they had finally found the family they never realized they were missing. Behind every joke was a message about belonging. That emotional sincerity separated Sister from many sitcoms of its era. One reason Sister continues to feel genuine is because so much of the affection between the cast was real. Tia and Tamera never had to pretend to be sisters. They simply brought their lifelong relationship to the screen. Their natural chemistry influenced everything from dialogue delivery to physical comedy. Directors frequently allowed spontaneous reactions to remain because the twins' unscripted interactions often felt funnier than rehearsed performances. Jackée Harry has repeatedly spoken about how protective she became of the young cast. Already an experienced sitcom veteran, she viewed herself as both a colleague and mentor. She encouraged the twins while also ensuring the set remained an enjoyable place to work. Tim Reid brought similar stability. Many cast members have described him as thoughtful, professional, and supportive throughout production. His calm personality contrasted perfectly with Jackée's larger-than-life energy, both on and off camera. Marques Houston also formed lasting friendships during filming. Having grown up alongside many young actors working in 1990s television, he developed close relationships with cast members that extended beyond the series itself. Over the years, reunions, interviews, conventions, and anniversary celebrations have consistently reflected genuine warmth among the cast. Unlike some productions remembered primarily for conflict, Sister is often recalled by its principal cast as a positive chapter in their careers. Like many long-running shows, the production also faced the normal pressures of television schedules, changing storylines, and evolving careers. But in interviews over the years, the main cast has generally spoken with appreciation about the experience and the relationships they built while making the series. That sense of family was never merely written into the scripts. In many ways, it became reality. When historians discuss the most influential family sitcoms of the 1990s, Sister almost always appears on the list. Its success reached far beyond ratings. The series demonstrated that stories centered on Black families could achieve broad mainstream popularity while remaining authentic, funny, and emotionally relatable. Without relying on stereotypes, Sister portrayed loving parents, ambitious teenagers, successful careers, and everyday family life in ways that resonated with audiences of every background. Its influence can still be seen in later family comedies that embraced diverse casts while focusing on universal themes. The sitcom also helped redefine the careers of Tia and Tamera Mowry. Before the show, they were promising young actresses. After 6 successful seasons, they had become international television stars. For many viewers, Sister also introduced a generation of young Black actresses and actors who would later appear across film, television, and streaming platforms. The show's influence extended internationally through reruns and syndication. Long after its original network run ended, new audiences discovered it on cable channels and streaming services. Children who were not even born during the 1990s found themselves laughing at the same jokes that entertained their parents decades earlier. Very few sitcoms achieve that level of longevity. Perhaps even more importantly, the series reminded audiences that family is not defined solely by biology. Although Tia and Tamera were separated at birth within the fictional story, they built an extraordinary bond because of love, trust, and shared experiences. That message continues resonating with families around the world. Could a reunion or reboot really happen? For years, fans have hoped to see the Campbell and Landry families return. The possibility has surfaced repeatedly in interviews with the cast. Tia Mowry has said she would welcome revisiting the characters if the story felt authentic and reflected where they would realistically be as adults. Tamera Mowry has also expressed affection for the series and appreciation for the continued enthusiasm from fans. Jackée has likewise voiced interest in returning if the project honored the original show's spirit. The biggest challenge has never been enthusiasm. It has been timing. Bringing together a large cast with busy professional schedules is never simple. There are also creative questions. How should the twins' lives look decades later? Would Lisa and Ray still be together? Would Roger return? Should the focus remain on the original characters or introduce a new generation? These are questions any revival would need to answer carefully. In recent years, Hollywood has successfully revived several classic sitcoms and family series, demonstrating that nostalgia remains a powerful force when paired with strong storytelling. As of 2026, however, no official reboot or revival of Sister has been announced or placed into production. While cast members have occasionally discussed the idea publicly, it remains a possibility rather than a confirmed project. If a reunion does happen someday, many fans hope it would prioritize heartfelt storytelling over nostalgia alone, capturing the warmth, humor, and optimism that made the original series special. Why Sister still captures hearts around the world. The entertainment industry has changed dramatically since 1994. Today's children watch videos on smartphones. Streaming services release entire seasons at once. Social media creates overnight celebrities. Yet despite all those changes, Sister continues finding new viewers. Why? Because great storytelling never grows old. The show never relied on expensive special effects. It never depended on shocking plot twists. Instead, it focused on something timeless. Family. Friendship. Forgiveness. Laughter. Growing up. Finding where you belong. Those ideas never become outdated. Every generation experiences them. Parents who laughed with Tia and Tamera during the 1990s now introduce the series to their own children. Streaming has given the sitcom a second life, ensuring its stories continue reaching audiences who were born years after the finale aired. That may be the greatest achievement any television series can accomplish. To remain relevant long after its original broadcast. To become more than entertainment. To become tradition. More than 3 decades ago, 2 young actresses walked onto a Hollywood soundstage with a dream. No one could have predicted they were about to create one of television's most beloved family sitcoms. Over 6 unforgettable seasons, Tia and Tamera Mowry, Jackée, Tim Reid, Marques Houston, and the rest of the remarkable cast built something that continues inspiring audiences around the world. They reminded us that families come in many forms. That laughter can heal disagreements. That kindness is never old-fashioned. And that sometimes, the people meant to be in your life find their way back to you, even after years apart. Today, Sister is more than a sitcom. It is a time capsule of the 1990s. A celebration of family. A symbol of optimism. And one of the defining television comedies of its generation. Whether or not the Campbell and Landry families ever reunite on screen again, one truth remains undeniable. Their story has already earned its place in television history. The laughter still echoes. The lessons still matter. And the memories continue living in the hearts of millions of fans across the globe. Thank you for watching this special Continent Informer documentary. If you enjoyed this journey back through one of television's greatest family sitcoms, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the lives of legendary actors, classic television shows, unforgettable movies, and the stories behind Hollywood's biggest icons. Until next time, this is Continent Informer for documentaries, celebrities' profiles,